Howdy, I'm Lee Wilson, and this is TGO Wyoming, on the move. And it is another cold and blustery morning here in Casper. Snow is falling, the temperatures have dropped into the single digits, and I am again on my way to work. And there are a lot of problems that can present themselves in winter. I was thinking about this morning, is that, you can suffer, power outages, your heater could go out. There's all these things that you can actively do. But what can you do to be proactive? Well, one thing you can do is start a survival library. And I'm talking about real, actual books, tangible books that you hold in your hand and read. And a lot of people will do their ebooks, and I absolutely love my Kindle, and I think it is a fantastic resource. But there's a lot to be said for having a book that you can hold in your hand. One, it is not electricity dependent. I mean, if you need to read it, you can read it by candlelight or firelight if you really need to. I mean, eye strain notwithstanding. But having an actual reference library on hand, I think, is very beneficial when things go slightly wrong. And it's also one of those things that you're, in my personal opinion, like for me, I'm more likely to pick up a physical book if it's a reference manual than I am to have a reference manual on my Kindle. So having a reference library built up of good books is, I think, very, very beneficial. Now, I've had some really interesting ones. I've had the U.S. Air Force Survival Guide for a number of years. It's a huge book, and it's great. Lots of good information. I've read several of James Wesley Rawls's books, and How to Survive the End of the World as We Know. It's pretty interesting. Some useful stuff actually really has come out of 100 Deadly Skills. That's a pretty cool little book. I might have to do a book review on that. And my most recent addition to the Survival Reference Library is the third edition of the Survival Medicine Handbook by Doc Bones and Nurse Amy. So that's a fantastic book. I'm going to do a full review on that, I believe. But these are just things that you can throw in your library, and you have them as, tangible reference tools. They're not dependent on electricity, which is just a huge deal in my opinion. And they're real, and they're something you can pass down to your kids as long as the information remains pertinent. But it's just something to consider, to think about. Start building a reference library. What would you guys have in your reference library? If you've already started this, what books would you guys recommend to me to read? So I get a lot of ideas for videos from books, and things to go out and test out and try out, and that's actually going to be a huge part of 2017, is going out and actively trying things that I have read from my reference library. So it is time for my ibuprofen to kick in, let's hope. My head is pounding terribly, something fierce this morning, so I'm not at my A game. I'm not feeling super chipper and real good right now, but maybe some coffee will help solve that, some ibuprofen, and we'll just see how the rest of the day goes. So if you guys have found this video entertaining and or educational, please let me know in the comment box below. I do enjoy reading your comments, and I read every single one of them, and I reply to most of them. Some of them don't need a reply, so I don't do it. And of course, you can also support this channel by hitting that little thumbs up button and liking this video. And if you are so inclined, please share this video with your friends, your family, through whatever social media outlet you want. That's pretty easily done through YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for that. And that's about it for today. So as always, thanks for watching. Stay safe, shoot straight, and I'll see y'all next time.